What's up, Guardians of Dominion? Zeus here, bringing you another electrifying deep dive into the world of hero wars. Today, something big just hit the game, the arrival of Electra Von Grave, a hero unlike anything we've seen before. She's not just a tank. She's a walking storm of magic and destruction, ready to flip the battlefield upside down. Stay with me, because what she brings to the game could completely rewrite the meta, and I'm about to show you exactly why. Based on previous experience, Verdoc's information was released on October 14th, with pre-orders starting on October 17th. If the developers follow the same pattern, then we can already predict what's coming next. Today is November 5th, that means pre-orders should open on November 10th. And the Electra Adventure event will likely begin on November 17th. The timing fits perfectly with the usual schedule we've seen before. Now, let's move on to Electra herself, a new tank hero, but not your typical defensive wall. Her first artifact, Cage of Pain, gives magic attack as its primary stat. And that alone tells us a lot. This isn't a classic, armor-heavy protector. Electra is an offensive tank, similar to Galahad, whose first artifact gives physical attack. She's designed to absorb punishment and then strike back, not just stand there and take it. Now, let's take a closer look at her skills, starting with her first one, Embrace of Pain. This ability applies a shield to Electra that absorbs incoming damage for a certain duration. While it's active, she can't move, attack, or be moved, but she also can't be controlled by enemy effects. When the shield expires, it explodes, dealing damage to all nearby enemies based on the total amount of damage it absorbed. A few important details stand out here. The description says the shield absorbs some damage, not all damage, which means the actual numbers will determine just how powerful this ability is. If, for example, the shield absorbs even 50% of incoming damage, that's already massive. Picture this, an Ishmael attack chain that deals around 3 million damage in total, even half of that, absorbed and then released in an explosion, could easily wipe out 2 enemy heroes. From her artifact, we know Electra deals magic damage, but since she's a tank, her magic penetration will be low by default. That means she'll rely heavily on allies who boost her penetration, heroes like Orion, Augustus, and Cascade. And don't forget Aiden, who can support her perfectly by compensating for the missing armor and magic defense. A year ago, Augustus completely changed the game's meta. The question now is, will Electra spark another wave of magic domination in hero wars? Let's move to her second skill, Spark of Life. This one deals damage to nearby enemies and then converts a portion of that damage into health. So, not only does Electra attack, she also heals herself. The healing, however, depends on how much damage she actually deals, which again depends on her magic penetration. This means supporting Electra with heroes who boost her magic power or penetration will greatly increase her survivability. There's also an interesting potential synergy with Nebula. Nebula's support buff could significantly amplify Electra's damage output, which in turn would boost the healing she gains from Spark of Life. It'll be very interesting to test how strong this interaction becomes in real battles. Now, onto the third skill, Oath of Protection. This one applies a protective effect to all allies whose current health is lower than Electra's. While it's active, part of the damage they take is redirected to Electra. And during Embrace of Pain, her allies also receive this same redirection effect. This is where her entire playstyle comes together. Because of her fourth skill, all of Electra's allies will almost always have lower health than her, meaning they'll all trigger Oath of Protection. Their damage is redirected to Electra, and her shield from Embrace of Pain absorbs it. So these two abilities interlock perfectly. The more damage redirected to her, the more her shield charges, and the more devastating its explosion becomes. In short, Electra's gameplay revolves entirely around that shield. Once we know its exact absorption percentage, we'll be able to tell just how game-changing she truly is. Finally, her fourth skill, Immortal Shell. At the start of battle, Electra converts all her armor, magic defense, and dodge into strength. Every point she loses from those stats is turned into strength, and once that happens, those defensive stats can't be changed for the rest of the fight. That means Electra begins the battle with no defense at all. She'll take full raw damage from every attack. But in exchange, her strength skyrockets. Let's break it down. A typical tank has about 50,000 armor and 50,000 magic defense, roughly 100,000 points combined. If Electra converts even 90,000 of that into strength on a 1-to-1 ratio, that gives her around 90,000 extra strength. Since each point of strength adds 40 health and 1 physical attack, that's around 3.6 million bonus health, and an extra 90,000 physical attack on top. Considering she probably starts with around a million base health, she could reach over 4.5 million total health, making her the most durable tank in the game. And that bonus physical attack synergizes beautifully with Cascade, converting her power back into magic damage for devastating results. All of Electra's gameplay ties back to her first skill, Embrace of Pain. Everything she does, from redirecting damage to amplifying her strength, serves one purpose: to build up that shield and unleash its full potential. But before we see the actual in-game numbers, one thing is already clear: Electra is shaping up to be a hero built on synergy. With Orion, Cascade, Augustus, and Aiden by her side, she could become the core of a new magic-based frontline meta. And that wraps it up, Guardians. Today we took a deep dive into Electra's skill set and uncovered what makes her such a unique and powerful addition to the Dominion. From her devastating shield explosion to her bold offensive tank design, she's clearly built to change how battles are fought. Every skill connects with purpose, redirecting, absorbing, and then unleashing all that stored damage right back at the enemy. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Electra's design? Do you see her becoming the next meta-defining tank, or do you think her risk factor is too high? Share your thoughts, theories, or team ideas in the comments below. I always enjoy reading your insights and strategies. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next big update, event analysis, or hero spotlight. Stay sharp, plan ahead, and keep building those unstoppable teams. Until next time, salute and friendship.